Okay, so eventually the hydrogen in the core will be depleted as a result of hydrogen burning, and then the core hydrogen burning stops. And after that, the core becomes isothermal since there is no new source of energy. The hydrogen burning was the only source of energy it has. But the hydrostatic pressure, hydrostatic equilibrium must be maintained, otherwise it will be crushed. So what will happen is that to maintain the hydrostatic pressure, the core must set up a sort of pressure gradient. Now we know this entire discussion, this is following around the fact that the core is basically what? Ideal gas. The core gas is ideal gas. So we know this pressure will be proportional to rho T. And so what will happen is that there will be a formation of density gradient. So this is what basically happens. The general feature in stars. Once the core burning stops, then as a result there is a formation of density gradient inside them. And also increase in luminosity. So three consequences as a result of hydrogen burning when it stops. Increase in luminosity, then effective temperature it decreases, and then this formation of density gradient. Now you see the gravitational energy released through the collapse of this core, it will slowly collapse. This will increase the luminosity, and as a result of this increasing luminosity, although the core is isothermal, but the temperature just outside the core it will increase, and this will result in hydrogen burning in the shell just around the core. Slowly it will expand in a way. But right now the hydrogen burning will start just in the shell surrounding the core, here, just surrounding the core. Now you see, just as hydrogen burning will start, what will happen? More and more energy will be released, right? So what will happen is that the envelope will expand, and as it expands it also does work, and it will cool as well. So effective temperature will decrease. Now let us discuss about what happens inside the isothermal core. If it is possible to find the mass of the isothermal core, let's do that. So what deciding physics will be there to find out the mass of the isothermal core? So deciding physics will be basically the pressure supplied by the isothermal core must match the pressure caused by the weight of the layers. What is above the core? Basically the entire envelope, right? This entire envelope. So the outward pressure of the core, it must match the entire weight due to the core, right? For this isothermal core. So for that, let us define this factor Q, which is the fraction of the isothermal core mass to that of the total mass. Let's define like that. So after we define like this, what I am going to do next is, first I am going to find an expression for this. Later on I am going to find an expression for this envelope, and then I will equate the two of them together, and after I equate them I will get an expression for the isothermal core mass. You will see the expression is very interesting. So we start for the derivation of this envelope, we start from the hydrostatic equilibrium. Now envelope means the pressure, right, of the weight of the gas above the core. So if I use this hydrostatic equilibrium, this is my familiar expression, then I do this assumption. I have done this, remember, when I was talking about the very limits of the core pressure in the hydrostatic equilibrium equation which we previously did before. So from dimensional analysis I am just writing it as average of r to the power 4, আর এখানে দেখো জাস্ট ইন্টিগ্রালে এই জিনিসটা আমি একবারে বসিয়ে দিয়েছি। So m dm is m square and the two limits separate, বুঝতে পারছো? m dm is m square and the two limits just do the subtraction, sort of dimensional analysis. Now next thing, for this r to the power 4 আমি average value নিয়ে, sort of. So after doing that, you do check. এই জিনিসটা চেক করবে এটা হচ্ছে কিনা। Okay, please do check this if it is okay or not. So এর পরের স্টেপটা
স্যার ওই এভারেজটা কিভাবে নিলেন?
Okay, so here, so this is our core, this is the boundary and this is the envelope, core boundary envelope, ঠিক আছে? এবারে দেখো, now the temperature of the two sides that must match at the very boundary between core and envelope, and at the core we have this ideal gas. From here I can write TIC. Now I have equated this to the envelope pressure. So this is the expression. Now you can write approximately, after neglecting the density of the core mass compared to the total mass of the star, you can write the density of the envelope like this. See here, m by v আমি এখানে নেগলেক্ট করে দিয়েছি, ঠিক আছে, core I have neglected, and so I am getting the total mass. So this is approximate again, density of the envelope. So now if I use three terms, this number one, say relation B, relation A we had previous part from the hydrostatic equilibrium of the envelope expression, pressure envelope, and again this density of the envelope. So if I use these three expressions, you can check that this is true, that this is the expression for the radius, total radius, and this mu envelope. This is the relation you get between radius and envelope. Now this expression, if I again put back into relation A, which was our original P envelope expression যেটা ছিল, ওইখানে পুট করে দেখবে এই জিনিসটা আসবে। দেখো T to the power ওই 4 টার্ম ছিল, the same term. So one side of the story is finished. So we are getting the expression for P envelope. Fine. What is the next part? Next part is the evaluation of PIC, isothermal pressure, the core. Now remember, when I am saying IC, basically this means that the values are at the surface values of the isothermal core. Next, what we will do, what deciding physics will be there, we will start with the virial theorem. Now again in the virial theorem class, this expression we have done, so we will start from there and do the integration, and from there you see I am getting these three terms as a result of this. Now this second term is basically related to the internal energy of ideal gas, so this one, this is gravitational energy, 3/5 is coming from the constant density part, ঠিক আছে, this one. So 1, 2 and again 4/3 pi r cube into pressure. So this is there. Now from this entire term I get this expression. Now you will know that this is quadratic in m. See, m to the power, mic to the power 2, mic to the power 1. So basically there is a maximum. From this you can evaluate. This is very simple quadratic equation solution. You can find the maximum, and the maximum value of IC, or basically the maximum core, isothermal core mass you will get, and the value is this, and this is the relation between RIC and MIC. Now from here basically what we are getting is that MIC must be greater than MIC max. So similarly PIC must be greater than PIC max, ঠিক আছে, and this is the value of the internal pressure, maximum value. Next, what we are going to do is we are going to equate this one and this one. These two expressions we are going to equate, the PIC max and the pressure envelope. Here we are doing the equating. Upon equating, যেটা আমরা পাবো সেটা হচ্ছে we will get a critical value of MIC by n. This is what I wanted to do. Remember, আমি আমার যেটা ইচ্ছেটা ছিল সেটা হচ্ছে এই যে mass of the core and mass of the envelope. This is the mass of the isothermal core. So is there any limit to it? Collapse ta কখন হবে? Ultimately there will be collapse, but when the collapse will be there, I wanted to find it out. Now you see what I am getting is this is the maximum value. So you see this is the value approximately 0.54. Now if we use better approach using polytropic model, the constant we get is 0.37. So let me write it again in terms of the MIC. So So MIC max is just 0.37 into mu envelope divided by mu IC, right? Whole square into total mass. Now this is the maximum mass. So what will happen is that suppose this is the maximum mass, and once I add some more mass to it, very few may it be, what will happen? It will not be able to support any further. It will start collapse. So this is the Chandrasekhar mass limit. Sorry, this is the Chandrasekhar-Schonberg limit. This one, this critical mass. This limit, okay. But remember this entire derivation, Varsha. This entire derivation is crucial. What is the most crucial part? The most crucial part is that here we have assumed the entire core to be ideal gas type. The gas is still ideal in nature. What if during this entire process the core somewhat becomes degenerate? What will you do? Then you will see this calculation will not be as it is. You have to do some changes. Because ওইখানে তোমার ইকুয়েশন অফ স্টেট অফ ডিজেনারেট ম্যাটার ইট উইল এন্টার, অতটা সহজ হবে না, কিছুটা মডিফিকেশন হবে। ওকে, সো নেক্সট